Welcome to your March 2018 horoscope. This is a very active month planetary-wise, and I wanted to give you a heads up at the beginning of this video that on the 23rd of the month, Mercury, the planet that rules transportation, travel, technology, communications of any kind, is going to go retrograde. So do your best, if you can, to make travel plans before it goes retrograde, to back up your hard drive, and to get any important documents, maybe leases, contracts, negotiations, agreements, done if you can before Mercury goes retrograde. So let me break the month down for you lovely Leos. On the first of the month, we've got a full moon happening here in your second house of money, of self-esteem, self-confidence. Whenever there's a full moon in this house, it could be that something's coming to fruition and you get some money coming to you because you've been working towards it. It can also be shining a light. Maybe there's some changes that you need to make with respect to your finances. What are you spending your money on? Have you got debts? Do you need to maybe renegotiate some of the terms of those debts? And most importantly, it's about your self-worth. Shining a light on, are you saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough? I mean, Leos, you're the shining star of the zodiac. You're ruled by the sun. So you really need to be one of the most self-confident signs. But sometimes you get a little lost. And this is important during this full moon to really come back to your center and say to yourself all the things that you're thankful for about you and who you are and what you can do and what you've done. And begin looking back on things with a sense of pride. Yes, Leo, pride. On the 7th of the month, we've got Mercury and Venus joining Uranus up here in your 9th house. This is a great time for travel, for going on a trip, for planning a trip. You might meet somebody from overseas, from a different culture. A romance could possibly blossom from that. It's a wonderful time for writing, for publishing any kind of material. And a very good time for really progressing your spiritual life in some way, whatever you feel is spiritual to you. And maybe going on a retreat or doing something that really nurtures your soul. Yes, something that is gives you meaning to your life. On the 17th of the month, we've got a new moon here in Pisces, joining the Sun and Neptune in your 8th house. So this is a new moon in the 8th. It's a wonderful time for exploring, going on an inner journey. Yes, exploring maybe metaphysics, esoteric subjects like astrology, maybe studying psychology, the psychology of the mind, looking at energetics, vibrationary fields, tuning into aliens, ETs, if that's what you're into, doing channeling, all of these kinds of things. It's about going deeper. And the other thing it's going to be great for is any kind of new projects that you've got financially or business-wise that you're looking to do with somebody else or with a group of people maybe. Maybe you want some investment or sponsorship or crowdfunding. Good time with that new moon in the 8th house on the 17th. On the 18th, we've got Mars coming to join Pluto and Saturn in your 6th house. Mars in this 6, good time to put some energy into your health, exercise, really build up some strength in your body in some way, some resilience, and take some action. Not good enough to say, I'm going to stop eating sugar and dairy and all those kinds of things that maybe you know don't feel good, but to actually do it now, really just not to look back and say, hey, I'm doing it. That's that Mars in the 6th. It's a good time to put energy into your work, into your career, and also to do something for somebody else. It's very gratifying, isn't it, to help somebody. I love helping other people in one way or another, just spontaneously, just in the moment. Yes, if somebody doesn't have the change in the supermarket and they need €1, I just, just pay it, do it, and you'll see somebody's face light up. You know, it's like, wow. So that's a great thing to take actions, you know, acts of kindness. On the 21st of the month, we've got the sun coming to join everybody here in this 9th house, shining a light for you on learning, studying, teaching. Anything in that whole area. Having a wider perspective on your life, not getting lost too much in the daily details, but seeing a bigger picture. You know, what gives you faith? What brings you hope for the future? As I said, on the 23rd, Mercury going a retrograde here, so you might want to rethink. It's a good time for studying something, revising, re-editing something, reassessing any kind of study that you've been doing, maybe going back to something that you studied a while ago and taking it on to a whole new level. And finally, on the very last day of the month, we've got a full moon happening here in Libra in your 3rd house, lovely Leos. And this is shining a light on communications. How can you be clearer with your communications? Have there been any misunderstandings? What can you do? Maybe you need to keep a better paper trail. Maybe you need to become aware of what you're saying and whether you're listening well enough. It's shining a light on networks. Who can you connect with where you really spark one another off? Yes, where you can really learn from one another. And again, it's shining a light on you may be studying and learning something new for yourself that you're interested in, that maybe you haven't taken far enough just yet. So I wish you a wonderful month ahead. Thank you very much for listening, for commenting, for sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.